If you're wondering whether being the principal protector of a pedophile ring is starting to get on Mike Johnson and House Republicans' nerves, this should answer that question.
Their party continues to hit all-time historic lows in poll after poll after poll, and many of you have reported on that. These are objective facts. They're utterly lost as a party, and everybody can see it. So what are they doing? They see a shiny object, and they latch onto it. Democrats did not say one word about the Epstein files for the entire Biden presidency. They had all the files in the Biden DOJ. They didn't say a word about it. 4 years, not a word. And suddenly now they somehow convince themselves that the Epstein files will be damaging to President Trump and Republicans in some way that they've imagined. And so they feign outrage.
Let's be clear. Democrats don't care about transparency or accountability in this matter. The evidence we've gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way. Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein.
The evidence we gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way, which is why we've decided to unilaterally prevent the release of all of that evidence, why 1,000 FBI agents were assigned to redact Trump's names from the files, why the House has been out of session for 2 months now, and why Mike Johnson refuses to swear in Adelita Grijalva despite her election being certified 3 weeks ago. But other than all that, trust them when they say that Donald Trump is totally, definitely not implicated in any way. Or how about Mike Johnson claiming that the Democrats have convinced themselves that the Epstein files will be, quote, damaging to President Trump and Republicans in some way that they've imagined, and so they feign outrage. Damaging in some way? Dude is in the files. Pam Bondi told Trump that he was in the files. Elon Musk announced to the world that Donald Trump was in the files. The files are so damaging that Mike Johnson won't even call the House into session because he's too afraid to allow them to be released. Damaging in some way? Adelita Grijalva is begging to be sworn in. Here's her today trying to get the attention of the Speaker Pro Tem to be able to start doing her job.
Pursuant to Clause 13 of Rule 1, the House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. on Friday, October 24, 2025.
But yeah, I wonder why the Democrats could possibly have gotten the idea that the Epstein files are somehow damaging to Trump. Truly one of life's great mysteries. But the most shameless part of all of this is that amid the gaslighting, amid the obfuscating, this is what Mike Johnson is saying on the other side of his mouth.
These ladies who've come forward, they estimate there may be as many as 1,000 young women who were subjected to these heinous crimes. And many of them have chosen not to come forward and show their faces and reveal their names because it would compound the harm that they've already suffered. And so we want to protect those people. That's the sum total of all of this. That's our responsibility. And short of that, we want maximum transparency. And that is exactly what the American people are getting right now.
Let me remind you, the House has been out of session for 2 months because Mike Johnson's sole goal in life is to serve as Donald Trump's errand boy and prevent the release of those files for Trump. He refuses to let the 218th vote on the discharge petition get sworn in. And all the while, he stands up there and says that he wants maximum transparency. Yes, you've never seen transparency like this. Transparency like a cement wall is transparent. You'd have to duct tape your eyes shut to get this level of transparency again. I mean, I'm sorry, but who is Mike Johnson fooling here? Honestly, who is this for? Who is dim enough to believe that the same party falling over itself to prevent the release of the Epstein files is somehow the party that is striving for full, maximum transparency?
Funniest thing,
Or the Epstein files is a hoax.
bro, the fucking Epstein thing is just
Nothing but a hoax.
It's just I don't even understand. I don't get it. It is the easiest political victory. Like if you just
It is,
do
but
it
it isn't. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting anything. Just be really clear, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But if you have relationships with all these insanely wealthy people that are going to be
Hurt by this?
severely impacted by this, like this is the ultimate political football. Because I don't know what the numbers are. I don't know who the people are, but I've heard things. And if those things are true, you're dealing with some of the most powerful people in the world, some of the wealthiest people in the world.
Look, if you're a Republican voter, don't you see how much contempt your elected officials have for you? Can't you see how stupid they think you are? If they want to cover for a pedophile ring, that's their prerogative. They can do whatever they choose to do, but at least have the balls to own your own position. At least don't gaslight the people who voted for you right to their faces. As it relates to Epstein, this has been Republicans' game plan from the very beginning. They all swept into office promising up and down that they're there to deliver real transparency to the American people on Epstein. They're not going to let those powerful elites who've done horrific things to children get away with it anymore. Cut to, the guy they all work for is literally in the files, and all of them are falling over themselves, not to expose those people, but to protect them. The polar opposite of what they promised on the campaign trail. And the worst part is that they're still acting like they did us some favor by being transparent when they themselves are the sole impediment to the release of those files.
These people are shameless. Honestly, these people are shameless. Honestly, they are shameless. Do you know, or can you remember, that the whole campaign that Donald Trump did was about releasing the Epstein files? That was his whole campaign, that he was going to release it. He also spoke about, I think, JFK and also MLK. He spoke about all these things, didn't he? He did, right? He did. So how come he is now reneging on those promises? How come? And to say Republicans, senators, or I don't know, members of Congress, trying to push the blames on Democrats. Let me say something before I even get to that. The Democrats are not blameless. They are part of the problem too. The Democrats are not good people. They are also horrible. In fact, it is like the same wine in two separate bottles. One bottle is labeled Democrats. The other is labeled Republicans. But in those two bottles, it's the same wine. They are the same. So coming back to these Republicans, congressmen, if you thought that this whole Epstein file of a thing has nothing to do with your leader or your party, then release it. It is but simple. Release it. After all, you guys are in charge of Congress, in charge of the presidency. You have Pam Bondi, you have FBI, and all those other agencies. You guys are in charge of every single thing. So release the files. Do what you say you will do. Keep your promise for once. I think the files, when released, will speak for themselves. They will clear the air, and everyone will see what exactly is in the files for themselves. And if you think that it has no impact or it doesn't implicate the Republican Party or your leader, Donald Trump, then release it. Release it. But the bottom line is they won't release it. Why? Because there are so many people implicated in the whole Epstein file of a thing that they can never ever release it. I tell people, especially my fellow countrymen in Africa, that we the people are never the priority. We are never. And it's not just us in Africa, it's like politics all over the world. The common people are never the priority. Don't mind what they tell you. Don't mind what they push out from their mouth. Just observe what they do. To really know if you are a priority, if you are even value at all, don't just listen to what people say with their mouth, because people can lie all the time. Just look at what they do. Actions don't lie. Look at the decisions they make. How does it impact your life? The Donald Trump administration is willing to cut checks for wars in Israel, cut checks for wars in Ukraine, but is not willing to fund healthcare for citizens. What does that tell you? Same thing in Africa. Your politicians will give money, use sums of money to church pastors or to pastors in churches. They will bribe them with huge sums of money, but they will not pave a road that will benefit you. The son of the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, the son who just turned 40, decided to do charity in celebration with his 40 years of age. And do you know what he decided was very important to do? He said, I want to do something for the people. I want to celebrate my 40 years with the people. Do you know what he decided to do? He decided to give out 1 million Bible to the Christian body in Nigeria. That is the body that represents the churches in Nigeria. That he wants to donate 1 million copies of the Bible. He wants to give 1 million copy of the Bible to Nigerians. Really? No. Let's say this one more time. He wants to give 1 million copies of the Bible to the Nigerian Christian body. That just go to tell you that you are not a priority. Now, let's look at this, okay? Nigerians are starving. Nigerians are dying. The common person in Nigeria doesn't even have something to eat. Inflation is killing everybody. Don't you think that it would have been wise for him to give out this, help and support to common people? Don't you think that those people would have used the money for something important in their lives? Maybe just go to the market and look at those struggling mama in the market and share this money to them. But no, we don't want to empower people. But we want to turn them into more and more mumus. So much for empowerment in Nigeria. So much for empowerment. So my point is, we are never the priorities. We are never. Politicians lie to us every now and then. They don't value us as being a priority. And they don't think that we can hold them accountable for their ineffectiveness. That is why a person like Donald Trump would promise to release the Epstein files, turn around and call us stupid and foolish for asking him to release the files as he promised. He said we are foolish, we are stupid for saying that, Mr. President, you promised us this. You told us you were going to release these files. So why not release it? It's a promise you made to us. When we said that, he called us stupid people. That we should get over the Epstein files already. There is no there. Just get over it already. You are not the priority. You are never the priority. Never, ever.